Hello, my name is Uygar Yoruk. I'm very pleased to be here in Bucharest today. I know I'm one of the last things between you and the nice wine tasting, so that's creating a little bit of a pressure. I promise I'll be concise and try to keep this as interesting as possible for you. Today we have been discussing from the morning about Green PPA, and also today's this particular session's topic is about the prices, the volatility of the prices, and how it affects when the buyer side, the generator side, and the consumer side try to come together. The volatility of the prices, how does it affect the dynamics there? Here I'm going to be first taking the perspective of a generator. A green generator sometimes they become IPPs, especially larger ones having multiple geographies, operating in multiple geographies. They do go to the market by themselves and take the market risks. But more often, the generators or the developers opt for going to some experts in the market, to the role of the optimizer or the role of the aggregator for an offtake agreement to manage. So this means from the PPA side, it is evolved. The PPAs is now evolved from a simple energy purchase agreement for the consumer to a more, management and bringing the real potential of the renewable assets, realizing the real potential of the assets. We were discussing in the morning, it is the signature of the PPA is actually when the things start, because the management is of the energy management process is where the real realization of the value is hidden. So, with this in mind, either the IPP that has undertaken the risk and going to the markets, the shorter term markets, or if it is the aggregator we're talking about, the complexities has evolved a lot in the past years. So, it has been quite a lot of time since the 15-minute resolution imbalance responsibility has been already introduced. So this, of course, first of all, increases the velocity. Secondly, increases the volume of the data that needs to be handled by the trading teams, by the energy management teams. This brings a lot of side effects of this high volume. And also all the markets, the intraday markets in the Eastern European landscape has all switched to 15-minute contracts. Now in June, we know the day-ahead market is also going to be switching to 15-minute contracts. So of course, this is also bringing additional complexity, additional needs. Moreover, we have a new market, for example. So the landscape is ever changing and getting more and more complicated. I'm talking about intraday auctions that have been introduced last year across Europe. I know in Romania, yet we don't have them, but sooner or later they will come here. In the other Eastern European markets, they are here, but not liquid yet, but it will come. So that adds to the layer of complexity. Another example is the balancing market, the ancillary services markets, with the introduction of cross-border projects like Mari, like Picasso. The products in these markets are becoming more and more standardized. So the liquidity and the opportunity that is provided in these products, in these markets, are becoming much more apparent. Even now, you remember the past where the renewable asset was the bad boy. It's the one that is creating all these problems. Now we are part of the solution. We are participating and providing and balancing services. We are actively participating, and not only to the positive, also to the negative, down regulation and up regulation on both sides. So active participation into these ancillary services markets is much key to this value add. And last but not the least, of course, this is the new kid on the block, right? This is the energy storage assets. So nowadays, those aggregators and those IPPs of all green investment, they have to consider these storage assets. as well, because the client base is investing in storage. There's a lot of synergy between renewable. I've already mentioned you can participate into the balancing markets, into active balancing of the grid to help the TSO. Without BESS, if you add BESS to this picture, you know the result. It's going to be much more efficient and much more effective and much more profitable for the operator as well. So battery operations will become a strategic differentiator. All of the optimizers, all of the aggregators will become optimizers as well, inevitably. So the PPAs, past PPAs, now going to turn into something like tolling agreements or profit sharing agreements for the batteries that are in the portfolio. So this also presents a shift. And to be able to operate in this landscape, so you need all these functions, monitoring, forecasting, optimization, nomination, trading, scheduling, dispatching, settlement reporting, and these needs a lot of technology, of course, inevitably. And this is, of course, bringing a lot of challenge. Now I present you a state-of-the-art, architecture for addressing all these functionalities end-to-end and solving the problem here. So if you want to invest in this kind of solution, and I know many players in this field want to invest on their own to this kind of solution, but the challenge here is you have to bring together 4 very different disciplines of technology. So first of all, you have to know instrumentation, you have to know industrial protocols, you have to know how to get into the site to get real-time data from any energy analyzer, any SCADA device, any EMS provider, agnostic of them, get the real-time data, be able to control the asset on the site. So that's one. The second one is, of course, the data science and AI capability. You have to breed this kind of people in your organization to be able to build some AI models, some machine learning models to improve the forecasting capability. You also have to breed that optimizers that can build for you some mixed integer programming, some linear programming solutions. So this is the second pillar. The third pillar, algo trading. My friend has been talking about it. It's a different animal. Yeah, so you have to be able to react in milliseconds to the things happening in the market. So that's also the third pillar, different technology need. The fourth pillar, being able to connect to TSO systems, the cybersecurity needs, the national security needs, and being able to react to the signals coming from the TSO. So it's all very different technologies that are needed to come together to be able to serve the needs of the modern aggregator or IPP. So, long story short, you don't have to think about this. Please focus on your business, think about the business, and leave this to the experts. Our role as Smartpulse, we don't trade. We will never trade, we will never become optimizer, we will never become trader or aggregator. We are technology provider. I myself have designed electricity markets across the world by myself, implemented exchange systems by myself. We have traders in the company, but we won't trade. We are there to keep this alive. We are there to keep hundreds of technologies, hundreds of different integrations alive, because they will be changing every day. Rules will be changing every day. We will be focusing on them and keeping the system, keeping the lights on. So we are active in 10 countries. We are serving more than 80 prominent clients. We have clients which are IPPs, we have clients which are aggregators, optimizers. We are already serving 7 major accounts in Romania. We are serving more than 25 gigawatts of installed capacity. And I'm happy to talk with you after the meeting. I'll be around, happy to arrange deep dive meetings to go into the details of the platform. But I won't keep you away from your well-deserved wine much more longer. Thank you for listening to me, and thank you.